All right, peeps, so we are back once again, for Spearhead Records podcast number 91. If you are watching kind of on demand, I'll have probably deleted the one that just freaked out. So we're just going to start from the top, because for some reason today, 5 minutes in, and it all went Pete Tong and we lost our connection. But as it was at the start, we'll just pretend nothing happened and crack on. And hopefully we'll be with you for the rest of the time. So, this is not a mix. You'll hear for the next hour with me, Steve BCee, talking, waffling over the tracks. This one is War Games, Vanguard Project featuring Ryder Shafiq, and it's out now on Drum and Bass Arena.
In the ends on the blocks. You can't hide from the facts. The world's in trouble, ain't nobody relax. Everywhere you turn, the tension starts. Civilians and killer cops. The streets ain't safe no more. Everybody's on edge and will lick out your head back. Life is cheap with a white tar block. Rich or poor with a core car crack. Jah know me can't take no more, but we in too deep and we can't turn back. So who reigns? Everybody's insane, cause everywhere I turn they're playing war games. The world's in flames. Who rules, who reigns? Everybody's insane, cause everywhere I turn they're playing war games. Cause everywhere I turn they're playing war games. Everywhere I turn they're playing war games.
So in spite of kicking off with a few technical difficulties tonight, give us a shout if you're in the chat. Let's get things rolling.
Everywhere I turn. Who feels it knows. I walk rocky roads. We're living in fear, but everybody's just trying to stay composed. Stay optimistic. Don't wanna become a statistic. It's playing on minds right now, but denial is easier than to be realistic. The world's in flames. Who rules, who reigns? Everybody's insane, cause everywhere I turn they're playing war games.
Now, weirdly, even though this track kind of seems like we're making a big political statement a little bit, singing about war games, this is actually quite an old track. We made this nearly 2 years ago, and then just didn't quite finish it off. So there you go. Willem is a prophet, perhaps. That's not good. Not with some of the things he's told me.
Who rules, who reigns? Everybody's insane, cause everywhere I turn they're playing war games. The world's in flames. Who rules, who reigns? Everybody's insane, cause everywhere I turn they're playing war games. Cause everywhere I turn they're playing war games.
This one coming in then, it's called Comfy. Kind of ironic after playing War Games. This is brand new from Rockwell. It's out on his own label, Obsolete Medium. Pretty cool name for a label. Ember played this one on the Spearhead boat party at Hospitality on the Beach last week. Big up everyone who attended there. And this is a banger. Let's go.
No matter what you're going through. Only way to sum it up. Falling with the coaster rush. Doing things that I don't do. So comfortable when I'm with you. Locking in today on my one. Came and hard, I hope you don't run. Tell them all about it. Even I without it. Only why you taking this ride.
Well, this man seems to be everywhere right now. Liam Bailey, Monty at the controls. It's called No Sunset for Soul 1985 music. Very soon.
They give you one life, so you better make decisions on sight. And as a look, he make nice. Vampires in a woolly disguise. High vibrational. I only wanna get my love. High vibrational. Only wanna get my love. I leave it everywhere I go. There's no sunsets for soul. They try and kill me in the soul. We must stand together so you know they think so. We stand together in the rain. Must stand together in the rain. Stand together like a chain, so they know we remain. I need to chill, searching for the truth, cause I'm overthinking all the time. I spend too much money on vice. Yeah, we just wanna lose control, so you know you can't steal my youth. I just wanna smile at everybody, so I know I leave them confused. High vibrational, vibrational. Let me put my love on you. I've the way to go. No sunsets for soul, eh. There's no sunsets for soul. I feel stand together in the rain. I feel stand together in the rain. There's light in your vein.
My favourite vocalist in drum and bass right now. Couple of amazing cuts on Break's Digital World album, among others. Liam, I really want you on a BCee tune.
Together like a chain.
All right, if you sent me a message on the chat, we had a lot of technical difficulties tonight, so it's working now. I couldn't see him before, so give us a shout. Big up Graham. Sending thanks for the birthday cake you sent for my dog. Bless up. Big up Ember.
I just want to smile at everybody, so I know I leave them confused. High vibrational, vibrational. Let me put my love on you. I've the way to go. No sunsets for soul. No sunsets for
super summer vibes, even though right here, kind of got a thunderstorm happening earlier on. Bring back the sunshine, please. All right, we're sending a massive shout out on this one to the man all the way from Christchurch, New Zealand. The man like Monica, who has got his debut EP for Spearhead coming out at the end of this year. This is the title track from that EP, an early listen for you guys. Superb dance floor rollers. This one's called Radio People, taken from his forthcoming Radio People EP. Had the privilege at the start of the year of DJing at, I've forgotten the name of the event, but for Monica in New Zealand. And it was absolutely sick and a little outdoor kind of space. And there's going to be a lot more tunes coming from this man, I know. In fact, I think either on this or the, I think it might be my next Cool FM show that I just recorded, which is on a Monday night. Check it out, 7 till 9. I played a bootleg from Monica and Acuratide, or I will play when you listen to it, of Rihanna's Work, and it somehow does work. We were talking in the office today about when you think the words are one thing on a track, but actually they turn out to be something else. For example, Anne-Marie has a track, and I was pretty convinced that the words say, shower the horse, I'm done. I think apparently it's ciao, adios. But I was pretty sure she was a bit posh. She's got a horse. She rolls in with it. The horse a bit dirty. Says to the hired help, shower the horse, I'm done. I wonder if there's any of those in drum and bass. If you've got any and you know it, stick them in the chat. Or if it's not drum and bass. And if they're funny, we'll repeat them. Anyway, Radio People, Monica, coming soon. I'm going to play you a track next that I'm on the edge of love and hate with. I'm going to play it because I really like the person that's made it. And I love the original. I'm not sure if they've completely massacred it or made something special. I big them up anyway. I'll play it first and then I'll tell you who it is. This is Coven, Chase the Sun. Big up Max and Katie Coven. Weirdly, coming back from San Francisco last week, I bumped into Katie Coven coming out of the toilets on the plane. That was kind of weird. Freaked her out anyway. I have real fond memories of the original tune of this because I went to see Jeremy Healy at Pam's house in Norwich On the way there, my car broke down. The starter motor had gone when I came out of McDonald's. So we walked all the way across Norwich in the snow to get there. And then Jeremy Healy opened up and closed his set. And a little nice 360 with the original track of this. Jeremy Healy is a DJ. If you don't know, get to know house DJ. I used to watch every time he came to Ipswich White House. Newmarket White House, sorry. And watch over the decks to try and work out what he was doing. Big inspiration for me DJing. And I think the verdict on this Chase the Sun Coben version is a big thumbs up. You guys have smashed it. A little heavy for me, but you know what? It works, so listen out for it. Two of my absolute favourites, DJ Marky and Solar. What a voice. And the whole Marky album that's about to drop on Shogun is absolute fire, let me tell you. Also, early next year, on Drum and Bass Arena, me, Marky, Makoto and Solar have got a track coming out together. I'll play you it when I can.
Rolling off the page, you speak to me like poetry.
Psychedelics says, is this pre-recorded? Now, I think the proof that I just accidentally leant on there and did that, and I'm talking to you right now, proves that we are definitely live, and the cock-ups at the beginning. So we are live. 2 weeks' time, we'll be here pre-recorded, but tonight we are live. This is brand new Hugh Hardy, taken from his forthcoming album. So, yep, that's right. This summer, we've got a brand new album from DJ Markey, which is absolutely phenomenal contender for Album of the Year. We've got a brand new album from Hugh Hardy, which is Hugh's best work to date, if I do say so myself. And if you like Hugh's music, check out on our YouTube channel the live mix section, because a few weeks ago, Hugh Hardy was here in the building and he absolutely smashed his mix. It was like 10 o'clock in the morning as well. And he just came in and just casually rolled it out. So that was great. This one's called Suede, taken from Hugh's debut album, which has got a very cool, not debut album at all, debut Solvent album. And it's called Juicebox. Which is pretty cool. So Hugh's album is called Juicebox, which leads me on to this next track. I just thought, why not have a juice box full of blue raz lemonade with Askil and Hilaire? So this is Lally featuring Askil and Hilaire, Blue Raz Lemonade, forthcoming Solvent. Got to do a couple of shout outs. Big up Otis Lindsay, who says, loved checking me in DC at Flash, where I was 2 weeks ago. What a wicked venue. The lighting in that place was absolutely phenomenal. That was pretty cool as well. Well, I thought it was pretty cool. Whilst I was in DC, I went to the White House, had a chat with Joe. No, I walked outside the White House, stood out the front of the White House, and then just casually FaceTimed my family back home with the White House in the background. And then the following day, I did the same thing from Central Park. Then I realised my wife was still at home with the kids, and I should probably stop doing that. Or, well, let's put it like this. The day I came back, I've been doing decorating every evening since. So, you know, she's got her own back, I guess. Also, big up Melissa, who I played for out in somewhere that I've forgotten the name of because they all roll into one, and it's really bugging me. It was Pittsburgh, I remembered. Big up Melissa. The live restream chat isn't working properly in the window today, because to be honest, we're lucky we're here at all. We had a few technical difficulties. Sorry about that. We will try and fix it for next time. Right, this one came out a little while back on Future Retro. It's by DPR, big up DPR, featuring Leo Wood, and it's called Eden. More about this in a minute. Good old-fashioned banana. Now, if you're not listening, if you're not in the chat room, that's going to throw you. So a lot of people send demos in. A lot of people ask me what the best way is to get a demo to me or whatever. And I always say the same thing, if I'm being really honest. The best way to get a demo is to give it to me in person, because straight away, as long as you're not a complete nutcase, which generally most people aren't, well, I automatically want to listen to it and want to sign you. And I'm already in a place, as other people are, where it's like, please be good. So I said that on a podcast, and this guy, DPR, later on I put a thing on Facebook saying, has anybody got any old equipment my nephew could have to try and learn to DJ? And Dan DPR popped up and said, yep, come and get it. To which I did, to which he gave me a nice CD full of tunes, which got listened to there and then on the way home. And this was on there. So it is possible. And as a result of that, right here with me in the studio, I'm getting funny questions in the chat, but is this man Dan DPR? Big up Dan, how you doing?
Good, thank you, yeah. All good, enjoying the mix.
How does it feel to be on the other side of the screen?
Pretty crazy seeing all the technical issues, but glad we're live.
Is it also weird to see what a messy room is and how the magic happens?
There are a lot of cables in here, to be fair. It was a treacherous walk to get behind the decks, but I made it.
Well, Dan, I'll tell you what, I'll ask you now. Would you be up for coming back in a few weeks and doing us an hour's mix?
I'm sure I could do that. Yeah, I'm up for that, definitely.
All right, you heard it here first. So, and any more music on the way?
Bit just came out on Focus. I've got some stuff coming later in the year. Got some bits for you to hear at some point as well. So, yeah, hopefully. Fingers crossed. All
right, exciting stuff. I feel like we are just at the start of Mr. DPR's journey. Dan, thank you for saying hello. Big him up, everybody. If you want to come into the studio as well, tough you can't, basically. No, make some tunes. I don't know. Dan, you may go and have a seat. He says peace. Right. Big up. So there you go. I thought that was quite cool. And what's been great actually since this started in lockdown is getting to meet loads and loads of you guys out and about, and you're real peeps. Right. We're going with a brand new Vanguard Project track that's coming out very, very soon. So we just had a track out this week called War Games that I started off the show with. This one's coming soon on Spearhead Records. It's called Gentle. Gentle, not mental, is a little bit of a mantra of mine when dealing with the children. Always gentle, don't go mental. Or anyone else. And I think that's where this name came from. I think we originally were going to rename it. The other track we've got coming out is called Chimney. I played you that last time and made up a story about why it was called that. The game. I don't know how we end up with these names, but why not, eh? Somebody's asking how Sally is in the chat room. I'm afraid she has gone fully to the dark side. She's been playing a lot of Jump Up. James Rudolph is asking what my favourite Disney movie is. I know about movie, but my favourite Disney thing, definitely Mandalorian. And I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure my old production partner Lomax made some music for it too. Pretty sick. We have gone a bit old school, I think, with our sound at the moment. DITU is also out now, L-Sides remix. If you didn't know, the Vanguard project is me and Willem. Willem and myself, no. Right, now this is a little confusing. I've done this by accident. But also, as well as local legend DPR, another local guy called DSP dropped this one in the demo box, which is now out on Spearhead, and it was too good to ignore. Big up the DSP. I'm going to have to start making a rule that we need to have different letterings, because I get confused with names at the best of times. But then my name's also 4 letters, so you know. Also, just answering a question in the chat, do I prefer to just go for live sets or the computer controller combo? Never ever, I never DJ over computer. I know the laptop's here, but the laptop is here purely for the chat room. Boom. Everything is off these USBs. I just prefer it to always looking at a screen. And I don't want to take my expensive laptop into clubs where people do this with a beer. I've seen that go horribly wrong. I was really wondering why Dave Distant, aka Ember, had put Dynamite is a liability in the chat room. And then I remembered that we just did a boat party with Dynamite, who was having a very good time, and him and Chris Goss between them, I mean, they were fire and drink all over the place. I was glad it wasn't my equipment, but boy, was it a good set. And if you were on that Spearhead boat party, you'll know. Now, the whole boat party was recorded and videoed, and as long as it's come out okay, we are hoping that that will be broadcast at some point over the next few months through the Hospital Hub YouTube page. And don't worry, I will let you know. More of our rider got poured into the crowd than our own cups, that's all I'm saying.
There's been a lot of moments I've had within a club in which I've heard a particular song, seen a particular DJ play. I've been with, say for instance, the right people in the right times, and it's allowed me to go away from the event and then think about life in a whole different way. One thing obviously unfortunate we're not really getting at the moment is just the kind of togetherness.
This is, of course, the mighty Workforce, taken from his Set and Set in the Echoes EP, following on from his album. This one's called Togetherness. You can tell that he made this around the same time that he remixed Lenz's track Feels Like. That heavy bass kind of vibe.
Moments I've had within a club in which I've heard a particular song, seen a particular DJ play. I've been with, say for instance, the right people in the right times, and it's allowed me to go away from the event and then think about life in a whole different way. One thing obviously unfortunate we're not really getting at the moment is just the kind of togetherness.
I will put all these tracks in the playlist like usual tomorrow. Or, yeah, it'll be tomorrow. Right, Rob Bonney says, how long does it take me on average to make a track? Do you know what? There's no rule to that. A track, though, isn't usually sit down, start to finish. It's do a little bit here, a little bit there, get a vocal, go back to it, prepare some samples. So, I mean, a good, solid day at absolute bare minimum. Sometimes a year back and forward. Can't rush these things. Good to have several on the go at once. Right, I'm going to play you something brand new. Super exclusive, not coming out for a while. But you're going to like this one. This is magic, if I do say so myself. This is a brand new remix for the Vanguard project from Particle. No release date yet, absolutely hot off the press. No one else has got it. You heard it here first. You're not even ready for this.
Every day, obstacles in the way. Happiness has to be paid for when led astray. Creating with all these pitfalls can take it strain. If money's something you live for, then make it rain. Then make it rain. Or make it something, a substance to maybe ease the pain. To ease the pain. And maybe pointing fingers isn't how we place the blame. Or maybe we're just searching for a place to stay. Every day, obstacles in the way. Happiness has to be paid for when led astray. Creating with all these pitfalls can take it strain. If money's something you live for, then make it rain. 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 Then make
Just found myself lately playing more and more particle tracks, so when it came time to finding someone to do a remix, top of the list. I've actually asked him before and he went the right time. He has smashed this one. I'm going to play you something else from Dan DPR next, because he's here.
Everything ain't ours, it's stolen. Ain't yours, it's stolen.
Big up Anna Weston.
Everything ain't ours, it's stolen. Ain't yours, it's stolen.
So this was one of the tracks from my very first album, Captured in Time, and in lockdown I started up a Patreon page, which has just relaunched, which you can go and check out, patreon.com/BCee. But I gave the parts, the stems for this away for anybody that wanted to do a remix. A few of the, actually 4 or 5 remixes came into this, but the one I really liked, it wasn't a competition or anything, just for fun, but I really, really liked Dan's remix. So the DP Art remix of Captured in Time is out now on Future Retro. And this is it. Lovely vibes, lovely breakdown. We've got like officially 7 minutes left, but because the screen sconned up, we'll go till 5 past, because I think we lost about 5 minutes at the start, so we'll make up for lost time. Calling out Dave Ember on this next track that I'm going to bring in. This one's for you. And Ember says in the chat he's still impressed with my old man bladder. I'm impressed with my old man bladder. I've had to go to the toilet before doing one of these podcasts. But last week at Hospitality on the Beach, I managed to do a 5-hour set. Did not have one toilet break. I wet myself, but no. I don't know how I did it myself. Also, the 5 hours went really quick. Dave came on, Ember came on to finish to do the 6th hour. I kind of didn't want him to, but he flipping smashed it. Caught Polar and Bryson, Emily Mackis and Dusky at Hospitality on the Beach last week. Wowzers. They killed it. This one's also a T95. It's called Hush Hush. It's out now on Elevate.
Hush, hush, keep it on a low. And if we are go link, nobody can know.
And of course, Dread MC.
Man with a bad man flow. And me no talk to no so and so. Hush, hush, keep it on a low. And if we are go link, nobody can know. Man a bad man with a bad man flow. And me no talk to no so and so. Hush.
Keep it on the low. Told you twice, I'm a private soul. I can sympathize, take advice for sure. But don't be getting comfortable. Hush, hush, keep it on the low. Told you twice, I'm a private soul. I can sympathize, take advice for sure. But don't be getting comfortable. Hush, hush. Stay on the low. Keep it on the and I tell you hush hush.
Okay.
This ain't another love song. I can sympathize, take advice for sure. Hush hush. Keep it on the low. Told you twice, I'm a private soul. I can sympathize, take advice for sure. But don't be getting comfortable. Hush hush. Keep it on the low. Told you twice, I'm a private soul. I can sympathize, take advice for sure, but don't be getting comfortable.
Hush, hush, keep it on a low. And if we are go link, nobody can know. Come on, a bad man with a bad man flow. And me no talk to no so and so.
Absolutely loving Dread MC right now. There's a track on the brew which isn't quite finished, but with Dread MC, L-Side and Ember will be coming out at some point. Well, it's got to be finished first, but will be coming out right here on Spearhead Records. Right, this beast arrived this week, little behind the digital. Look at that, I believe it's called on the side of the box, Swamp Green vinyl, very Shrekified. And what is on it is this, the Waterhole EP from me, BCee, out now on Focus Records, Focus Recordings. I never know if they're called records or recordings, but this is recordings. I'm not sure why. I guess recordings is more accurate when you don't do actual records, but then that's a record, so who knows. But this is BCee Waterhole EP, title track from the EP. I kind of release a lot of my more rolling, deep liquid stuff for the heads on Focus, and they look after me. Big up Marco. So there's a few of these on Bandcamp. I've managed to get 50 copies for our store, and then once they're gone, they're gone. Yes, Ember's got a tune out right now with Tempsa. It's called Polarized. The reason I haven't played it tonight is that before this, I pre-recorded the show for 2 weeks' time. And I'm kind of trying not to repeat the same tunes in both. And Polarized is in that one. But do put it in your playlist. It's obviously in the Spearhead one out now. Right, we're going to finish with one more track. Something a little bit different to end with. Because why not, hey? But don't forget all the things you need to know. Follow me at Steve BCee on Instagram and on Fred. That's Fred with a TH, not an F, but I can't pronounce TH as anything other than an F because I'm from Thetford with a TH, not an F, for TH's sake. Anyway, also follow the come and follow us on Spotify playlist. Links in the bio. There's also, you can type Spearhead Records and find the entire catalogue in one place. 100% BCee or 100% Vanguard Project. We've got absolutely loads. Going to finish with this. We'll be back with a pre-record in 2 weeks, and then we're not going to be here for the rest of August. We are taking a break, but in September we will be back live, and we've got some guests lined up, including DPR. We might even let Benny loose on the decks, and I'll film. So goodness knows what that week will be like, but we'll try it. Big up. We're going to finish with this. This is Blinded by the Lights 23, Mixtress and Pete Cannon. Samples a very well-known Streets track. Until next time, I've been BCee. Keep it real. Aim for the bin there if you saw that. Just basically sprayed all of Benny's camera equipment. Sorry, mate. That's what she said.